Good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Blood Moon Wrestling Federation's Faction Games Eliminator Gauntlets. Welcome to the stream, J-Dog, Hot by Rose, Primetime, JW Caliber, Sly and Carmelita, Logan Windsor. Hello, Rose. Hey, LD, good to see you, sis. Pardon any sniffles on my part. I don't think I'm coming down with a cold, but maybe sinuses. Who knows? So I'll try to keep it at a minimum. Anywho, right now we're continuing off where from the last time we were live, trying to get through these Eliminator Gauntlets in order to decide which factions will make it to the top four of for the next round of competition. Let me give you the rundown. The original plan: 30-man gauntlet, 30-woman gauntlet, 10-man gauntlet, 10-woman gauntlet, 5-man gauntlet, 5-woman gauntlet. The premise was the winners of all those gauntlets were to make it into a triple threat for the men and a triple threat for the women, with the winners fighting for bonus points for their faction to add to their overall points in order to make enough play at getting into the top four for the next round. Unfortunately, due to technology wanting to be a bitch, we weren't able to fully get through the 30-woman gauntlet, which was what we were kicking things off with. So, we've got it down to the final 10, who are rounded out the last women left in that 30-woman Eliminator Gauntlet. So, we're kicking it off with a 10-woman Eliminator Gauntlet for the competitors left over from that 30-woman gauntlet. And the winner of that match will take the first spot in the women's triple threat towards the end of the show. Quick rundown of who is left from that 30-woman. We've got Karma Nightwalker, Andromeda U-Taker. We've got Melissa U-Taker Dracul, D-Hulk Chick, Jerica Page, Angelina Debro, who had yet to enter the competition in the 30-woman, getting number 30. Anya Ali, Celine U-Taker, Super Stevie, and Cinder. So those are the ladies left to round out that 30-woman. And who will be in competition for today's match. We will now not be doing entrances today to make things go a little bit faster, since it's been a ton of time waiting for technology to cooperate in order to be able to get through these gauntlets. So, no entrances, no entrance music. Make things a lot easier. As you can see on your screen, this is who we got on the docket for this 10-woman. Andromeda, Anya, D, Karma, last woman standing in this match earns that spot in the first spot in the women's triple threat. Who y'all got? According to this, we're starting off with Jerica and Cinder. Jerica. Springboard off the mid rope onto Cinder. Countdown to our next competitor coming out. Number 3 is Super Stevie. Jerica has Cinder in a Boston Crab. Cinder able to fight her way out. Stevie tried to get involved, got an elbow to the face from Jerica in return. Cinder set into the corner. Then Stevie knocked down by Jerica as well. Stomp to the face. This will be a quick entry into these gauntlet matches. Knee left into a lariat onto Stevie. In comes Lissa, number 4, as Cinder gets sent flying out of the ring. No countouts in these gauntlets. You do what you must in order to get make the eliminations to be the last woman standing. I have the JW. I don't know if it's something on your end, but I have the mic right next to me, and I am speaking as loudly as I can. So, I don't know what else to tell you. Karma, now in the match. Countdown to our next competitor, and it is Andromeda, headed to the ring. And I swear I gave her black-haired attire, but 2K gonna be 2K. Countdown to our next competitor. Anya Ali at number 7. Jerica sent back into the ring by Stevie. Stevie going after Karma. Sends her towards those steel steps, but Karma able to stop herself. And Stevie's gone low on Andromeda with that low blow. I don't care if you're a man or a woman, it still hurts either way. Hell, women have to have babies from that area, so what do you expect? It hurts just the same either way, in my opinion. But that's simply that. Count out at number 8. Angelina Devereaux. Andromeda with the setup on Lissa. Deadlift German suplex jumping on her head. Cover. 2 count only. Lissa with the kick out. Jericho with the kendo stick. Cracking it over the head of Karma on the outside. And Lena with a nice takedown onto Jericho. Lissa buckle bombed by Stevie in the corner, having to roll out to catch her breath. Stevie with the cover Anya with the kick out at 2. Clothesline on Jericho into the corner by Andromeda. Lissa tried some offense on Anya. Got her legs swept. Stevie and Karma battling on the outside. Nice slam onto Karma. Karma kicking up like it didn't do a damn thing. Pin attempt inside the ring only garners a 1 count. Leaping neck breaker onto Stevie by Karma. Andromeda had Lissa propped up top. Whatever she had in mind did not come to fruition. Lissa with a kick to the face of Anya. Blip dropping the knees on the back of Anya. Goes for the cover. Kick out at 2. Stevie and Karma still battling the outside. Jericho getting in on the fight. Andromeda was walking around with them steel steps and got knocked out of her hands by Stevie. Lena with the sledgehammer, gut shot to Stevie. Lissa had Cinder's leg wrapped up in the ropes, stomped to the knee, then a jawbreaker to Anya. Andromeda with a cover on Lissa, trying to get the elimination and kick out at 2. And that is it. Cinder has eliminated Anya. We're down to 9. Suplex by Cinder on Lena. Turns her attention to Lissa. Poison Rana onto Jericho by Stevie on the outside. And Stevie goes after Lena. But Lena was ready. Andromeda with the cover on Cinder. Only a 2 count. Hey! Behave, you two. Trying to do a show here. Cat's playing around. Simply that. Ooh, massive power bomb onto Angelina by her sister Karma on the outside. Hey, you tell him, Onyx. Ooh, set up into another type of power bomb onto Lena. Jericho drove through the ropes. Oh, Karma has hold of Lissa. Herbert, another, I think that was the Blue Thunder bomb onto Lissa. Jericho slamming down Lena, kick to the face of Karma. At number 9, coming out as is Celine Utaker. DDT on the Jericho. Lena sent into the ring. Jericho with that knee drop to the back of the neck. Holding it there. Ay, ay, ay. It's like wrangling kids. Ooh, Jericho with a punch to the face of Celine. I wonder where she learned that type of punch from. Oh, cover. Celine with the kick out of that pin attempt by Jericho. Celine with the stop on Jericho. Stomp to the arm. Andromeda sent back into the ring. Celine is working on the thigh muscle of the Evil Angel Jerica Page. And discus elbow, spinning back elbow onto Celine, covered by Andromeda. Only a 2 count. Cover by Karma on Jerica. Kick out at 2. Hey AJ, hey Violet, hey Diamond Sky, welcome to the stream. Well, prime time, if this show brightens up your spirits, then that's all that matters. Oh, I just noticed Cinder has been eliminated. Didn't see by whom, but she is now out of the match. Cover. And Lena has eliminated the Evil Angel Jerica Page.
Lena also eliminated Cinder just before that.
Okay, I didn't catch that part, but hey, good job, Lena. Andromeda trying to stop Lena from utilizing a weapon. And Celine dopes over the top rope and did not connect on anybody. Nice arm drag on Alyssa by Lena off the top.
Yeah,
cover.
It was really convenient at the last stream to at least crash on an even number of people.
And at number 10, coming out last but not least, that is D-Hulk Chick. The only woman left for the Circle of 7 Stars. In this matchup, what's left of the 30-woman gauntlet is Andromeda Utaker. Dee and Stevie representing the Wicked Ones. Celine for the Death Ride. Lissa for the Chaos Elite. Karma, a series of maneuvers trying to keep Stevie under control, double knees to the spine. And Lena. Man, I forgot which one.
What?
And for Lena is Dark Destiny. That's her who she represents. Stevie. That's some headlock maneuver on to Karma, and Karma was fighting out. Stevie has Karma in a bear hug, really putting pressure on the lower back. Karma able to sell herself and fight free. Karma going up top. Maybe going for a knee drop, I'm not sure, but Stevie was able to avoid it. But not avoid that knee drop on her face. Stevie having to roll out. Celine working on D. Andromeda going for the cover on Lissa. 2 count only. As the sisters, Lena and Karma, were battling it out, Andromeda with a clothesline to the back of the head of Lena. Celine, Dee, and Stevie on the outside. Crucifix bomb onto Andromeda from Karma. Only a 2 count on Andromeda. Celine drives Stevie head first into the mat. Before she could even attempt a pin attempt, Karma gets
Sir,
in the
do
mix.
you mind? Thank you.
And Celine has eliminated Super Stevie. Pin attempt on the other end of the ring. And Lissa has been eliminated by Karma, who also represents the Death Ride. Oh, Karma with the pin attempt on her faction mate. Kick out. So we've got Karma, Stevie, Lena, Andromeda, and Dee. Oh, roll up by Celine. And Karma able to kick out. Boot to the face from Celine by Dee, on Dee. Lena sent to the ropes, but nothing really came of that. But Andromeda was sure able to get that leaping knee shot to the face of Lena. Everyone battling the outside. Andromeda gets sent back into the ring by Dee. Andromeda sent to the ropes. Set up by Dee, but stopped. Series of strikes, but then gets knocked down by Celine. Celine sent face first into the turnbuckle pad. Celine was attempting offense on Lena, got dropped with the back body drop. Boot to the face of Karma. Faction mates battling it out inside the ring. And a gauntlet, every woman for themselves, in order to represent their faction in one of them triple threats. Superwoman punch, cover on Celine. And Celine able to kick out. Kick to the face, cover again on Celine. And Celine not saying die, staying in this match. Andromeda splayed out on the floor. Lena turns her attention back to her sister Karma. Indeed, going after Celine. Celia del Sol on Andromeda. crew on the outside. And able to stop herself as Andromeda was trying to launch some offense. Rolling senton. Dee and Celine in the ring. Shot to the midsection on the return trip from being sent into the ropes on Celine. Celine fighting back. Kick to the midsection. Destroyer on the D in the cover. D not staying down. I am speaking as loudly as I can, Azriel.
Use these headphones, see if they work better.
Because I wasn't even using these.
Also, it might be because your piece it down. Try talking now.
Hello, hello, can anybody hear me? Having any issues now? Temple, welcome to the stream. Good to see you.
Where's the mouse? Someone eliminated D.
Oh, okay. I didn't see who eliminated her, but in this gauntlet, that's the last of whom was in the match were the Wicked Ones. So that's one spot the Wicked Ones cannot claim. They'll have 2 more opportunities for the women, as well as the opportunities for the men. But the Wicked Ones are out of this gauntlet. Thank you, Sly. Much appreciated. Thank you, Aldi. Hey, Sharon. Good to see you. Right now, it is Karma Nightwalker, Andromeda U-Taker, Celine U-Taker, and Angelina Devereaux. So basically, we're keeping it all in the family. Factions be damned. Karma has a hold of Andromeda, launches her to the floor. Lena sent towards the ring apron, but nothing came of that. Or being sent towards those ring steps. Lena slams down Andromeda. Celine going to work on Karma, even though they're both part of the same damn faction. That really doesn't matter since these matches mean everyone for themselves. Celine diving onto Karma. Code Red by Lena onto Andromeda. If Karma and Celine win this matchup, they get a spot for the Death Ride in that women's triple threat. Andromeda and Lena try to get that spot for the Circle of 7 Stars and Dark Destiny. Andromeda set into the guardrail. And the gut wrench power bomb on the outside by Karma. Celine sent back into the ring by Lena. Lena goes over. Hurricane Rana takedown on Karma. Lena going to work on Andromeda. But Karma trying to go to work on Lena. Lena slammed face first under the ring apron by Karma. And as Karma was diverted, trying to go to work on Lena, Celine comes from behind, drops her, then goes after Lena, and Celine gets sent towards the guardrail. Andromeda with that roundhouse to the face on Lena. Kick to the face on Celine by Andromeda. What's Andromeda had in mind? Oh, leaping neck breaker by Karma on Andromeda. Then Lena with the Salida del Sol.
Hey, get back in the ring. Karma has a hold of Lena. Drives her into the floor. Celine's sent into the ring by Andromeda to try and get another elimination. Karma coming in to get back into the fight. Hip attack onto Andromeda. Goes for the cover on Celine. And Karma's the last woman standing in this matchup for the Death Ride. So, for this first spot in the triple threat, it's either going to be Circle of 7 Stars, Dark Destiny, or the Death Ride. Cover on Andromeda. And Andromeda has been unfortunately eliminated. 2 more opportunities for the ladies to get the Circle of 7 Stars to get a spot in that triple threat. But it's now down to Dark Destiny and the Death Ride. Headlock driver onto Karma, sister versus sister. Here's the cover. And kick out at 2. Hey Joker, welcome to the stream. And thank you, AJ. Lena with the scoop slam on Karma. Goes up top, mid rope. Beckoning her sister to get the hell up to her feet. Oh, gets caught. And Karma into the setup for the crucifix bomb. Cover. And that is it. Taking the first spot in that women's triple threat is Karma Nightwalker for the Death Ride. on to our 30-man Eliminator Gauntlet. Same scenario as for the women. Last person standing in that 30-man gauntlet will take the first spot in the men's triple threat. Here's who we got in store for this matchup. Representing all the factions that we've had throughout the entire competition. Everything has been done as random, so no knowledge of who comes out first, second, third, or last. Just gotta tune in to find out. Two superstars starting out this match. Every 30 seconds, another superstar will enter. Elimination can only occur by pinfall or submission. And I may have forgotten to turn off entrances, but oh well. For the second match. I'll do it for the rest of the show.
No, you won't.
Huh?
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
That.
Whatever. Rat. Well, looks like Logan wins are coming out at number 1. And at number 2, Jeff Matthews. So Logan Windsor for the Wicked Ones and Jeff Matthews for the Wolves Den, starting us out.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm just tossing some garbage. It's boogied up.
Okay. Have fun with that.
Huh?
I said okay, have fun with that.
Anywho. Coming out at number 3. Representing CNA Corporation is Damian Richards. Andy Price coming out at number 4.
Be paying attention to the chats and shit too while you're trying to.
Hey Wally, thanks for the like. Hey Storm, welcome to the stream. You are in one of these gauntlets today. You are in a 5-man gauntlet. And at number
You're
5.
done for the day, Violet.
Violet, we had basically this was to due to technical difficulties trying to get the last 10 in that 30-woman gauntlet from the last time completed. Revy, what are you doing underneath my desk, silly? As at number 6, Blaze McCoy comes out to the ring. Yeah, your part in that gauntlet was the last time we were live, Violet. The only reason why that gauntlet didn't get finished is because of technical issues. That's all. Lucian, you take her out at number 7. And Violet, let me see. If AJ happens to be in this gauntlet, the 30-man gauntlet, but as far as the rest of your part of the family, that is all who are in action for today. Just so you know. Andy Price in the match. First pin attempts, only getting a 2 count. Logan has a hold of Ripper, slams him down on the floor. I'll call this as best I can since this is official 30-man. Leaping knee strike to the face on Ripper by Damien. Damien turns his attention to Jeff. Jeff the shot to the back. Saito suplex onto Damien. Leaping knee strike to Logan from Andy. Blaze McCoy with an overhead toss on Andy. Oh boy, Diamond Sky. That's interesting. Everybody fighting all over the place. And no, nobody needs to see any of the fans cheering up in the balconies. Trying to avoid that zoom out crap. attempted double count, kick out. Straight drop brainbuster on the J-Dog. Kick out of that pin attempt. J-Dog slamming the heads together of Damien and Logan. But Damien trying to fire back. J-Dog now trying to go for a cover on Logan and try and eliminate him. Kick out. Violet, seriously, that may be cute when you're a little kid, but not now. J-Dog, first one to be eliminated. That's one person for the Wicked Ones taken out. Violet, since you are not in action today, and you need the rest, you don't need to be at the arena. You can rest up and watch to make sure that your faction ends up advancing after these gauntlets and those triple threats. Because that's the main purpose of today's show. Baby girl, you are asking for it. Cover in the ring. And Damien has been eliminated by Jeff Matthews. And number 9 comes out TJ Toad. Because the babies are going to be in your belly for only so long. And once you're up at them again, stuff can happen. Because I wouldn't have no doubt that any of my daughters would may end up wanting to go up against either Paul or Atticus. Well, in my company once switched over to 25. So keep chirping, Violet. It may come back to bite you. Oh, yep. Okay, now it's just coming off the screen. Kick out by Logan Windsor from a pin attempt by Andy. Ripper going after Andy. Elbows to the face. Springboard shot to the face knocks him down. Gosh. And AJ coming down to the ring at number 10. Even through the slot in the door, I can hear bubble wrap. Violet, you tempted fate, and it bit ya. Sometimes even you have to be saved from yourself. Sorry, baby girl. It's what it is. Toe driver onto Logan. As there's another pin. Oh, wait a minute. I thought that was something by Frozen. Oh, now Logan Windsor has been eliminated. Cover on Blaze. No, that was on AJ. But kick out by AJ. AJ with that swinging neck breaker on Andy. Blaze, back body dropped by TJ. Vera, basically, wait a minute. First of all, coming out at number 11 is Leon Young. But Vera, there's just saying in our family, fuck around and find out. Violet verbally fucked around and found out by testing the patience of her Uncle AJ. Hence why she's handcuffed with her powers and keys taken away. Because she kept on poking the Uncle AJ. Besides, he don't need to be dealing with the yapping when he's in the middle of a match. Nope, don't be calling for my uncle or my husband. No calling for your Uncle Atticus. You started it, you gotta deal with the consequences. Coming out at number 12 is Kyle Young, Leah's father in this matchup. Both representing Dark Destiny in this matchup. And looks like Blaze McCoy for the Dark Knights has been eliminated. Prince guy, it's not like he literally tried to hurt Violet in any way. He basically, as her uncle, saved her from herself. Instead of he didn't physically hurt her. He basically made it so she could be saved from herself. There's a saying, especially in the Utaker family, fuck around and find out. He didn't do anything to hurt the babies. He basically did what he felt was needed to be done in order for her to realize running up at the mouth, there's consequences. Coming out at number 13 is Chester. Trust me, I have a feeling my godchildren, nieces and nephews, as well as my brothers and sisters in the Utaker family have dealt with worse when they fucked around and found out. And unfortunately, AJ having to take the long walk to the back, being eliminated. Great effort on his part for the Chaos Elites. Ripper with the hold of TJ. Rip your face off. Cover. And TJ has been eliminated. Down to our next competitor to join the match. Jake Bagwell representing the Renegades at number 14. Thank you for the compliment, Wally. At number 15, representing the Wolves Den, Tomura Tagaya. Oh, Jeff Matthews having to take a long walk to the back. One member of the Wolves Den in place of another. Oh my goodness, Remy. You're not old enough to know about the second option for handcuffs. Good job, Colton. You know better. Azriel, she was cuffed for a reason. She has to deal with the consequences of her actions. Yeah, you tell him, Remy. welcome to the stream. Hey, Samantha. Good to see you, baby girl. Oh, Leon Young. Having to take the long walk to the back. Too bad, Violet. You're not in action, and AJ just got eliminated, so you can go home. If AJ and Diamond Sky deem it so. Steve, with the cover on Kyle, only getting a 2 count. Steve dumped onto his head, covered by Kyle. Oh, kick out by Steve. Jake sent back into the ring by Ripper. Lucian with that tilt-a-roll armbar onto Ripper. Lucian and Ripper may represent the same faction, but just like any other gauntlet, every person for themselves. Hey, Turmoil! Welcome to the stream. You will be in the men's 5-man gauntlet later on in the show. Oh, unfortunately, the Incredible Steve has been eliminated. But there should be a person or two, there's a man or two in this match still for the Death Pride. Max Blaylock being one of them, who's seen run around with the steel chair. Kyle dropping Jake throat first onto the top rope cover and kick out. And Asriel not giving a fuck what Violet's mother and uncle have to say. God, Mr. Anarchy incarnate. And we've got Fluffy Baby. Kick out by Kyle. That pin attempt by Jake. Kyle sent back into the ring by Max. Oh, facing off against Tomura on the outside, shot to the face. And that is it. Chester has been eliminated for the Wolves Den. Right now, it's on Tomura to get the job done and get that spot for the Wolves Den in that men's triple threat. Because Jeff was in this matchup. He's out. He's out, and Turmoil's in our 5-man gauntlet. So. Armbar applied onto Tomra. Tomra not tapping out. Here's the countdown for our next competitor. At number 19 for the Circle of 7 Stars is Jack Utaker as Lucian. I thought he was going to the back, but maybe greeting his brother in the Circle of 7 Stars. Kyle and Max battling back and forth. Lucian with that belly to back suplex onto Kyle. Max drop throw first onto the top rope by Ripper. Jake has a hold of Max. Drops him with a pile driver. Goes for the cover. Kick out at 2. And Kyle Young has been taken out for the Dark Destiny, as well as Lucian Utaker for the Circle of 7 Stars. Fast and furious action, everybody. Max the cover on Ripper. And Ripper has been eliminated. Now Jack taking the opportunity to go after Max. The countdown for our next competitor at number 20. It's Onska for Dark Destiny. And Jack with a shot to the face greets him at the rampway. And Onska just basically shoves him down like he don't weigh a damn thing. Onska, not only part of the Dark Destiny faction, but the wife, not the wife, the husband. It's called Wakey Wakey Count. Husband to Angelina Devereaux. So it's all a lot of these matches are all in the family, as Aiden Nightwalker is in this gauntlet. Hey, Mystique, welcome to the stream. Oh, let's go going after Aiden. As Count Wraithnock from the Wicked Ones coming out at number 22. Tomra jumping off the top rope with that drop kick on Onska, but then gets clotheslined by Jack. Jake military pressing Max, dropping him, but Max coming back with and gets into a chopping contest and elbow shots to the midsection between himself and Max. Dragon screw leg whip on the outside on Aiden by count. Then count sends Tomura back into the ring. Submission applied. Onska not tapping out. Pin attempt. Kick out. Jack not going down. Aiden and Count battling on the outside. Upward enziguri to the face. Pin attempt by Tomura. And he has eliminated the enforcer Jake Bagwell and then clothesline Max out of the ring. JW Caliber in this matchup. Having Aiden by the beak and chopping it. Sent him into the ropes. Pele to the dome of Aiden. Oh boy, look who's coming out next at number 23. East Coast bastard Mordred Nightwalker for the Dark Knights. Count's got to deal with two Nightwalkers. Father and son duo, even though they're in separate factions. Let's just say Count has history. Is Mordred? Yep, he's going right to him. Not surprised. But Count able to send it Mordred back into the ring. Pin attempt on Onska. Kick out. Star Lariat by JW. Goes to the cover on Jack. And he's eliminated Jack from the Gauntlets. Caliber representing the Renegades in this matchup. Type of match is kind of a double-edged sword. Every man for themselves, but you're also trying to, but yet you're also trying to be a part of getting bonus points for your faction too. Onska may have dropped on his head on the outside. Count. Oh. Trying to work over Mordred as Aiden gets sent back into the ring. Max jumped onto his head by Tomura with that German suplex. Kick and combo onto Max. Signature of Aiden Nightwalker. And Max has been eliminated for the Death Ride. Kick out by Mordred. Owen's going to try and eliminate him. Goes after the other Nightwalker. Son of the East Coast bastard, Aiden. And Aiden kicks out too. Oh, no. Mordred not going to be played like that. Russian leg sweep onto Onska, ring the punches. Joshua Utaker, number 24. An attempt inside the ring. Or maybe that either a pin attempt or no. All I know is that Tomura Tagaya has been eliminated for the Wolves Den, unfortunately. Well, that five-man gauntlet that Turmoil's in is their shot at getting a spot in that men's triple threat. Plus, the ladies in their faction trying to get into the women's triple threat. We've already established that Karma Nightwalker for the Death Ride has earned a spot in the women's triple threat to get bonus points for her faction. Mason Nightwalker in the match. Oh, now set up. The body scissors. Submission applied by Mordred Nightwalker. His grandfather at that, who he learned a fuck ton from, as well as his parents and aunties and uncles. Coming on to number 26 for the Death Ride is Shadow Press. Aiden has a hold to count, drops him throat first onto the top rope. And count just eliminated Aiden Nightwalker with a freaking submission. Faction, different faction or no, different faction or not, Morgan's gonna make him do quads in the morning. I have no doubt. And Joshua Utaker has been taken out of the match. Hey Jeff, you were in this matchup too. You can check out your performance in the match on the replay whenever you get the chance. I know. You wanted Aiden to get his butt moving and stay in this. You've got turmoil in that 5-man gauntlet couple matches from now. in order to represent the Wolves Den to get the that final spot in the triple threat for bonus points for the Wolves Den. At number 27, Brooklyn Joker representing CNA Corporation. Morgan slammed onto his back by Joker. And Count with the French Toast Crunch. Can he get the elimination? No. Shadow Press with the spear on Mason Nightwalker. And speaking of more from the Death Ride, we got at number 28, the Drum Monkey. Drum dropped with the snake eyes by Joker. Gut wrench power bomb on the count by Mason. Also representing the Death Ride. Headlock driver on the drum by Mordrin. Mordrin has a hold of his grandson Mason. Stomps him into the mat. Oh, let's go with the cover on Mordrin. Kick out. Fun fact: Mordrin's the part of Mason being in BMWF. Before Mordrin was set to retire, he was Grand Slam champion and chose him to take be the grandson that took his place in Brutal Impact with trios as well as regular tags alongside Shadow Press and the Drum Monkey. Brutal Impact originally created with Mordrin as the Nightwalker in place. Oh, count with the strike to the nose of JW Caliber. French Toast Crunch, but not able to capitalize just yet as Joker comes in with the baseball bat, goes for the cover on Mason, and Mordrin. Wait a minute, that was the cover on JW, but Mordrin busted up that cover. Hell, East Coast Bastard is equal opportunity, so he'll beat up on anybody. Who cares? You're on his way to get into that triple threat. Submission applied on the Joker. As Count, unable to eliminate Joker, Mordrin Nightwalker has been eliminated for the Dark Knights. Anybody? Both him and Mason taking that long walk. Him and Otska, I misread, taking the long walk to the back, unfortunately. As I said, said, you could be paying attention to one competitor getting eliminated and miss another one. If the Dark Knights do not have, are not able to get past anybody in this gauntlet, they have two opportunities. We got Brian LG in our 10-man, and we got Mr. U-Taker in our 5-man gauntlets. Shadow press the shot to the face of Drum Monkey. Drum. Into the monkey wrench as Jose Blanco comes out at number 29 for Chaos Elites. Greeted by count. Reverse Russian leg sweep dropped onto his face. Oh no, Shadow Press is taking a walk to the back. He's been eliminated. Well, we've got another person still in this for the Death Ride. We've got actually two, Mason and Drum, representing the Death Ride. So they still have a shot at taking a spot, literally. Oh, speaking of people, someone who doesn't mind pissing somebody off,
Babe,
by count.
what gauntlet am I in? This one or
10-man, which is a couple matches from now. I'm doing the 10-woman, and the next 10-woman after this, and then the 10-man, which you and Asriel are in. JW with the snake eyes on Wild Mad Outlaw, his tag team partner and faction mates, and trios partner as well, outside of faction games. Mason going after Brooklyn Joker, toss him across the ring, goes for the cover. Almost kick out by Joker. Draw with the toughest nails, backslide driver on the Outlaw. Hey, Jester! You are a part of this matchup. Unfortunately, you were taken out at some point in the match, so you're just gonna have to watch the replay of your performance in this match, as well as any members of the Wolves Den who were in this. Submission applied, Southern Comfort applied on Joker, but Joker not tapping out. Drum busted open by Mason. JW dropped on his head that German suplex into the ripcord lariat. And Joker with the boot to the face knocks down Jose. Goes for the cover. Changes his mind, I guess. Boot to the face on Drum Monkey. Collision with Wild Matt. Wild Matt. Oh, Joker able to shift his weight to drop down on Outlaw with that, as he was being lifted. Jose and Mason battling it out. Cut pin attempt. Kick out. Hey, Black Ice, welcome to the stream. You will be in one of these gauntlets a couple matches from now. You are going to be in a 10-man gauntlet representing the Dark Knights. Let me give you to those just tuning in. Here's a quick rundown. Once again, we got finally finished off the 30-woman gauntlet with the final 10 that were left from the last time we were live before technical difficulties. We're in the middle of our 30-man gauntlets. We've got a 10-man and a 10-woman gauntlet. We've got a 5-man and a 5-woman gauntlet. Winners of all those gauntlets will earn a spot in a men and women's triple threat match. To get bonus points for the overall points of their faction, and at the end, it will be decided once I do the calculations of said points, who will be advancing to the top 4 to continue on. And the world pile driver or Fin de Mundo, if I'm getting it right, but not able to eliminate Drum Monkey. Pin attempt only garners a 2 count. JW drops Joker onto his head. Oh, fireball from Jose in the direction of Mason Nightwalker. I think Mason may have been able to dodge it somehow. Drum with that kicking and striking combination onto Caliber. Ooh, Mason drops Drum onto his face, goes through the cover. And Mason has eliminated the Drum Monkey. Yes, that's a faction mate, but gauntlets are every man for themselves. Or woman. At least there's still someone from Death Ride in the running to this spot. Wild Matt on the outside. Elbow drop onto the chest of Joker. Jose with that kick to the side of the face of JW. Mason sent into the guardrail by Outlaw. Then Outlaw gets sent back into the ring by Jose. Joker trying to do a leaping neck breaker on somebody, did not connect. German suplex onto Joker. Jose launched across the floor by Mason. Mason turns his attention to Outlaw. Gets grabbed by Caliber. Mason turns his attention to Joker. Oh, back body dropped counter by Joker. Neckbreaker. Overhead suplex onto Outlaw type of combination from JW Caliber. JW Caliber and Wild Mad Outlaw are a tag team as the Last Outlaws. Have been singles competitors against one another as well as tagged alongside one another. And at times in other companies have probably tagged against each other. So nothing new. Chokeslam that straight to hell into the pin. And Wild Matt has eliminated JW Caliber. Well, Wally, when it comes to gauntlet matches, you don't really have much control over the time frame that they last. All you have control over is if you decide not to do things random and you actually give them a certain place number in the match. So sit and enjoy. Inside the ring, we got Joker and Wild Matt. Jose sent back into the ring by Mason. This may be the final four because nobody else has come out. Pendulum slam onto Jose. A kick out at 2. Cover. And Wild Matt has been eliminated. It is down to Chaos Elite, CNA Corporation, and the Death Ride in this 30-man gauntlet. Jose slammed down. And Jose's been eliminated by Joker. It is down to Joker and Mason. Asriel, bro, DM me that match idea, that challenge. That way, whether I do it in 24 or it ends up happening in 25 when I switch over, I can quickly access it and write it down in my notes for said game. And that is it for the men's 30-man gauntlet, taking the first spot in the men's triple threat for the Death Ride, Mason Nightwalker. So we got our first 2 people for the first 2 spots in those triple threats, and they're both from the Death Ride. That should say something. So the other factions that still have a shot need to get to getting. And now for our 10-woman gauntlets. We've got Catherine Gorgon, Evil Shulky, Jen Richards, Morgana Nightwalker, Samantha Madison, Kasara Utaker, the Goddess of Pain, Miki Satoru, Rebel Nightwalker, and Shulky. And yes, I forgot again. Oh boy, coming number 1 is Shulky. Who does she end up getting for number 2? Miki Satoru for the Dark Destiny. So Dark Knights and Dark Destiny starting us off. Miki with that springboard drop kick on the Shulky. And coming out at number 3 for CNA Corporation, for not CNA, Chaos Elite. Almost got it wrong. Samantha Madison. Wife of one Brandon Cuevas. Dallas Cole, welcome to the stream. Coming out at number 4 is Rebel Outlaw Nightwalker. Scoop slam on Miki. Leg of Rebels swept by Samantha. Shulky! No need to be flexing. Get back to the match. We know you're strong and powerful. Speaking of strong and powerful, coming out at number 5 is Goddess of Pain. Hey Jen, welcome to the stream. Springboard kick to the face of Goddess. And coming out at number 6 is Morgana Gorgon Nightwalker. Wife to Chase Nightwalker. And a member of the CNA Corporation. Goddess and Shulky representing Dark Knights, Samantha with the Chaos Elite, Miki with the Dark Destiny. Going for the trifecta of Irish Curse backbreakers onto Samantha. Rebel representing the Renegades. And number 7 is Jen Richards. As a kendo stick broken over the back of Morgana. And Goddess coming to greet Jen. On Shulky. Kick out. As Kasara Utaker comes out at number 8 for Dark Destiny. Gut wrench. The last ride power bomb. Only gets a 2 counts. This is our 3rd match of the show, Dallas. Bear hug on Samantha by Shulky. Samantha able to fight her way free with them elbow shots and the bell clap. Now Samantha going into Reaper's grasp. Shades of her Uncle Atticus. But Samantha does not tap. Turns her attention to her faction mate, Goddess of Pain. And then there's a double team by Samantha and Goddess. Morgana working on Kasara on the outside. Again with that trifecta of backbreakers. Jen slammed down under her back by Rebel on the floor. Driven under her head with that driver. And Rebel with a series of clotheslines into the ripcord dropkick on Miki. Kasara with the cover on Goddess. 1 count only. And if you're talking about, unless you're talking about the count that was in the 30-man gauntlet, 1 is the only one people can tolerate. 2 count only for Miki. Jeez. Cover. Inside the ring, we got Miki and Samantha, while we got a grouping of women in by the announce table. Goddess has a hold of Kasara. Whatever she had in mind did not come to fruition. Pin attempt on Miki did not get any results, but a kick out. Sling blade rolled through into the drop kick on Rebel by Kasara. Shulky with the pedigree onto Jen. Nice takedown by Morgana, raining the punches on Goddess. Covered by Miki. Kick out. Two count only on Goddess. Morgana sent into the corner. Kick to the face. But Morgana comes firing back. Moonsault onto Miki. Samantha has a hold of Morgana. Now her turn to deal out that trifecta of backbreakers. Samantha and Morgana are sisters, but they are different factions. Leaping kill switch by Miki onto Jen. Misses that springboard moonsault. Russian leg sweep onto Miki. Jen raining the right hands. Cover in the ring. Kick out at 2 by Jen. Brainbuster on Jen, making her roll out. And unfortunately, Shoki has been sent packing. Great effort by Shoki, but there's still another woman in this matchup on behalf of the Dark Knights to get a spot in that triple threat. In that 5-woman gauntlet, Missy Harris is also representing the Dark Knights. So this, I just saw Goddess get eliminated. So Missy Harris's spot, position in the 5-woman gauntlet will be their last shot to get it on behalf of the ladies, the Dark Knights' last shot to get into that women's triple threat. Coming out number 9, Catherine Gorgon. An attempt in the ring. And Rebel has eliminated Miki Satoru. Jen has hold of Rebel, drops her throw first onto the top rope. Spear on to Jen. Time for our final competitor to head to the ring. Oh, yeah. Got it correct on the screen. Evil Shoki, last but not least, at number 10. And looks like Catherine going out through the big red, what is it called? The big red bitch. Oh boy. Well, Catherine ain't exactly afraid of nothing when it comes to being in that ring, so not surprised. Go after the biggest and the baddest. She don't care. Pin attempt. Kick out. By her sister, Morgana. ES has a hold of Jen. Drops her throw first onto the top rope. Whether having been eliminated or still in the match, we are now at the have the full roster of ladies for this 10-woman gauntlet. Yes, chucking the steel steps across the the floor, and Rebel Outlaw Nightwalker, unfortunately eliminated for the Renegades. As Morgana with a pile driver on the outside. Onto her sister Samantha. So all three sisters in this 10-woman gauntlet. Catherine and Morgana battle on the outside then. Catherine going after ES. Inside the ring. Samantha in the ring with Kasara. Jen rolling out. Kick out by Kasara in that pin attempt. Morgana going after Samantha. Samantha with the upwards knee strike. Goes for the cover. And Morgana has been eliminated for CNA. Catherine, the only chance in this 10-woman gauntlet to get CNA a spot in that women's triple threat. Jen has a hold of Catherine. It drops her onto the barricade, representing the Chaos Elites. Kick to the midsection. Base buster onto Catherine. Yes, repping the Renegades in this matchup. Jen with the suplex on Catherine. ES sent back into the ring as Kasara and Jen battle it out. Nice tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, or underhook backbreaker by Kasara on Jen. No, that was actually on Samantha, if I see correctly. Air hug by ES. It has no effect on Catherine. Sends her ES into the steel steps. Kasara in the ring. Jen comes in and greet her, as does Samantha. And Catherine in the ring as ES is laid out on the outside. Half the field has been eliminated. These are the last women left in this gauntlet. Chop block to the knee by Jen on Samantha. Sends her into the ropes. Drop down. Leapfrog. Pele to the dome by Jen. Cover on Samantha. Is this it? No. Kick out by Samantha. Kasara with the punch to the face on ES. Stomp to the back of the leg. Stomp to the back of the arm. Samantha and Catherine. Samantha with the hip toss into the knee strikes on Catherine, and then Samantha gets kicked in the face from Jen. Cover. And Samantha has been eliminated by Jen. Ooh. Kasara able to kick out of that pin attempt by ES. We've got ES for the Renegades, Kasara for Dark Destiny, Jen for the Chaos Elite, and Catherine for the CNA Corporation. Kick to the midsection. Kasara with code red. Generally rolling out. Saito suplex on ES by Catherine. Lockup. Oh, nice counter into a DDT on the ES. Kasara with the DDT onto Catherine now. As ES having to roll out. Springboard moonsault goes to the cover on Catherine. Kick out. As Jen with the rolling senton onto Kasara. Kasara having to roll out and turns her attention to Catherine. Oh, roll up by Catherine. Is this enough to eliminate Jen? No. Kick out. Springboard kick to the face as ES and Kasara meet up on the outside. Catherine setting up the arm. Stomp to the elbow onto Jen. Leaping DDT onto Kasara by ES. ES takes the advantage. Elevated belly to back suplex onto Catherine. Catherine having to roll out. Code red onto ES by Kasara. Set up into the wheelbarrow DDT. Jen sent back into the ring by Catherine. Kasara with the head scissors onto ES. ES having to roll out to take a breather. Catherine sent to the ropes. Dragon twist cutter. Connects. Is this enough to eliminate her? It is. CNA is out of this gauntlet. Down to ES, Kasara, and Jen. With Catherine out of this gauntlet, it is down to the men. to get one of the spots in the men's triple threats in order to have a shot at their faction getting any bonus points for their overall. Because for the men's 10-man, we've got Asriel, and let's see, who else? We've got Asriel in the 10-man, Jesse Jackhammer in the 10-man, and we have Matt Storm in the 5-man gauntlet. So we've got CNA has 2 shots at getting that men's gauntlet to have a shot at those bonus points at the end of the triple threat. Good thing I have my notes on me. Yes, with dropping down on Jen, right in the right hands. And Kasara. I didn't see who eliminated her, but Dark Destiny is out of this particular gauntlet. But they do have someone in the women's 5-woman gauntlet in Andrea Andrews. Cover. Kick out at 2 by Jen. Jen, going for the cover. Is this enough? And that is it. Taking the spot in this women's next spot in the women's triple threat for the Chaos Elite, Jen Richards. Congratulations to Jen. But the main purpose is to try and get the win that triple threat and get the bonus points for the Chaos Elite. Brandon, better get in position. You are next. In this 10-man gauntlet, we've got Brian LG, Killian Utaker, Paul Utaker, Brandon Cuevas, Atticus Black, Jay Bolcher, Jesse Jackhammer, Asriel Black, Clinton McCleary, and DJ Springheel. Number 1 in this gauntlet is Killian Utaker for the Chaos Elite. Oh, shit! Oh! Representing the Circle of 7 Stars at number 2 will be Atticus Black. Oh, boy. Talk about teacher versus student. Jeez. Oh boy. This should be interesting. Forearm to the face, knocking down Atticus. Neck breaker by Killian. Elbow drop to the chest. And out of number 3 for CNA Corporation is Jesse Jackhammer. Atticus slam face first onto the ring apron. And Jesse gets in the ring and then sees the actions on the outside and dives right on through the ropes down to Killian. Then turns the attention to Atticus. Jen, with these type of, with this faction games, it's every faction for themselves. You have nothing to apologize for, sweetie. And for the Dark Knights, it is Paul Utaker at number 4. And number 5 for the Circle of 7 Stars, DJ Springheel. Y'all may think that it'll be backup for Atticus being a part of the same faction, but this is Eliminator Gauntlet. Every man for themselves. This is not just preserve the placing in the faction games for your faction. This is trying to solidify your chance at being in that triple threat to get them those bonus points for your faction. And for the Dark Knights at number 6 is Black Ice, Brian LG. Doing a little Booker T. Coming out to the ring, I guess. Looked like he was doing the 5-time, 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 5-time. I know I went out of the realm of possibilities with the DWS, but that's what it reminded me of, so. CNA Corporation at number 7 is Azriel Black. As Brian LG gets dumped onto his head, only a 1 count for Jesse. Chair shot to the back of Killian from Atticus. Cover. Kick out by Brian. Springboard by Killian into a bulldog. Some type of almost a wheelbarrow style bulldog. Springboard style by Killian onto Jesse. Representing the Wicked Ones at number 8 is Jay Vulture. Jay raining the right hands up to the face of Azriel Black. Brian with the cover on Paul. Hurricane Rana takedown by Killian on Azriel. And Jay with the spear onto Killian. Jesse with the jackhammer onto Brian. Cover. 2 count only. I'm also going to say this now to anybody who is just tuning in, lurking. If you happen to be in, I know that Monday Night Raw is live right now on television. No spoilers for anybody not watching at the moment. Please. I'm saying this now, right off the bat. Hello.
What?
Atticus with the with the suplex onto Azriel. And the tale as old as time. Brother versus brother in the corner. Killian with the cover on DJ. 1 count only. Cover onto DJ again by Killian. And DJ has been eliminated. The only person for the circle of 7 stars is Atticus Black in this matchup. And unfortunately, the sole chance of getting a spot in that triple threat for the men, because there isn't anybody for the 5-man, unfortunately, based on how the wheels shook out. And for anybody wanting to burn the wheel, please do not. No matter how much you want to. Series of German suplexes, dumping Jay onto his head. Snap suplex. Who's coming out next? At number 9 for the Wicked Ones is Clinton McCleary. Cover on Jesse by Brian. Kick out at 1. As Clinton is driving his shots into the back of Azriel, goes to the cover. Kick out at 2. Jay sent back into the ring. Azriel going for a dirty pin on Brian. Kick out at 2. Pin attempt. Kick out by Jay Vulture. Brian drop throw first under the top rope by Azriel. Another pin attempt. Kick out at 1. Azriel with the punches to the midsection on Clinton. Shot to the face. Clinton had enough. Hip toss. Jay going after his faction mate. Every man for themselves. Paul with his guillotine choke onto Clinton. Clinton will not say die. He is the one true devil. And as he shakes off Paul, Paul gets booted in the face by Atticus, and then Clinton gets suplexed. Atticus bounces off the ropes into the bulldog on Jay Vulture. But does not go for the pin. But Killian comes on in with the drop kick. Backstabber in retaliation by Vulture. Knee shot to the side of the head as Paul is sent back into the ring. Leg drop to the back of the head on Brian. Brian firing back though. Superman punch to the face of Jay Vulture. Paul with the cover. Kick out at 2. Brian dumped onto his head. Into the ripcord lariat by Paul. Brian having to roll out. Paul turns his attention to Jay. Wraps the leg up in the ropes and wrenches it. Kick to the midsection by Vulture. Set up for the scavenger effects. Cover. Kick out at 2. Jose, bonus points ain't given to nobody until we figure out a winner in those triple threat matches. No matter how much you want to try and humiliate my brother-in-law by acting like, oh yeah, because he doesn't have that power.
No, you don't, Jose, because as much as I hate to say it, Azrael is right. That fireball shit is kind of crappy when it comes to matches. So there's 2 options for this. You can either choose to accept Azrael's match and potentially keep your fireball stuff by beating him, or you can choose not to accept the match, and me and Kelly can just make that one of the banned things for 25. We don't have a problem doing that. If it annoys enough people and pisses enough people off, we will ban it. We are trying to give you a chance to at least defend your right to use it.
Pretty much.
We don't have to do that.
And as far as these faction games, you do not have any power over yourself, even in said condition, to decide if you get any points whatsoever. So that has no relevance to whatever you got going on with Azrael. Period. As Vulture gets set up by Paul, crucifix onto the mat.
So you want Azrael to give up something in return if he loses, you're going to have to find something else.
And Jay Vulture has been eliminated.
Hey, Turmoil.
Yeah, he showed up earlier in the show.
He already set the steps, Jose.
The only thing you have a chance at agreeing to is what steps Azrael put out.
No, Azrael made the challenge, so he's the one who picks the steps.
Pretty much. However he put out the challenge is what is on the table. And Clinton McCleary for the Wicked. So
either that or go talk to him in DMs and work something else out if you don't agree with the one he put. But that ain't our problem. So.
Yep. In fact, anything having to do with faction games has nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
As Clinton and Jay for the Wicked Ones have both been eliminated in this matchup. And that also means that Wicked Ones are out of shots at, as far as the men, for a shot at the, getting a spot in that triple threat, based on who's in the 5-man. Only chance they get is getting into one of those triple threats. Let's see. Nope, actually, based on what who's in the 5-woman, Wicked Ones have no chances.
Oh, no. That's horrible.
Jose, whatever discussion as far as Azrael's challenge, catch him in DMs. Don't clog the chat about it. We're trying to run a show, please. Stick to the faction games. Anywho, Killian with that head scissors onto Azrael. Paul with the backbreaker into the bicycle kick to the face. How the challenge gets played out with steps Azrael laid out. Take it to DM's place, Jose. 2 count only on Jesse for Brian LG. Paul with a stomp to the leg of Azrael on the outside.
You'd probably have a better chance reaching him on Discord or Messenger, Jose.
Yep, he's not as on teams as much as we are.
Whoa.
Ugh. Sorry, babe.
Why? I wanted to lose.
And unfortunately, with that, the sole chance at getting into one of them triple threats is an Abby Harker spring heel for the 5-woman gauntlet.
Just saying, My daughter is pregnant, and the longer I keep her in these faction games, the more risk I put her in, so, like, losing isn't exactly a bad thing for me. So, yeah, there's that.
Yeah, that is true. All dropped on the top, throw first onto the top rope. Brandon Cuevas, having come out last but not least, takes out Killian Utaker.
And besides, babe, you know me. I don't care who wins, so long as Azrael loses.
Well, that is true. Rivalry between you two is a tale as old as fucking time. And Wally with the BMWF chance, thank you. Azrael with the cover on Paul. And he's eliminated Paul. Brian LG, the sole person in this match for the Dark Knights, and he uses the silver bullet on his faction mate and eliminates him. So he's the only one to represent CNA in this matchup. He's like, every man for themselves. I'm the one who's gonna get that spot to rep my damn faction. Silver bullet on the Brian. And it's down to Chaos Elite versus CNA with Brandon and Azrael. Oh boy.
This sucks. I don't want to cheer for either one of these.
You all heard him, folks. Yeah. Kick out at 1. Springboard cutter on Azrael. Leaping knee strike to Brandon. Kip up. Brandon Cuevas is also our reigning Blackout champion here in BMWF. And I will state that starting in 25, that title will get it has a total redesign and a new name. But same steps. I'm still deciding on if it's going to remain within fight pit inside a steel cage or another method in order to continue on.
Blackout title should be underground.
That's what I was thinking of possibly doing.
Oh, that's what it should be. That's what it always should have been.
Well, I did have that option, so there.
Yeah, well, I know. Andromeda, what the fuck are you doing?
Andromeda, enough. No trying to summon a damn meteor in my arena, please. At least wait until it's fucking empty and then I can just snap my fingers and fix the damage. And kick out at 2 by Brandon. A meteor means singular, so there.
Yeah, and
Don't mean plural.
Yeah, I know. That's what she's saying. You said don't summon a damn meteor. So she's summoning 3, which is not a meteor. She is summoning 3 meteors, which bypasses your rule of telling her not to summon a meteor.
At least take it outside the fucking arena. I dealt with enough of a mess the last time I had arena crumble to the ground.
She's not trying to destroy the arena. She's just trying to crush Azrael and Brandon.
God.
And possibly part of the ring, but we can rebuild that.
I don't want to waste money unnecessarily either.
Oh wow, you act like magic doesn't exist and you can't just snap everything away.
Well, I don't know which is the lesser of two evils, but taking the next spot in the men's triple threat for the Chaos Elite is Brandon Cuevas. Anywho. On to our 5 women gauntlets. We've got Missy Harris repping the Dark Knights. Liliana Lancaster for the Wolves Den. Abby Harker Springheel for the Circle of 7 Stars. Melina for the Chaos Elite. And Andrea Andrews for Dark Destiny. Starting us off is Missy and Liliana. Series of strikes in the corner sends Liliana into the mid-row turnbuckle and the whip around kick. Abby Harker Springheel at number 3. Only a 1 count on Liliana from Missy. Drop kick to the face on Abby. Missy trying to eliminate her. Kick out at 1. Look at drop kick onto Liliana. Liliana kicks up like it didn't do a damn thing and sends Missy out of the ring. Abby drops Liliana on her face. Who's coming out next? Melina at number 4 for Chaos Elites. Missy comes to greet her, Russian leg sweep on the rampway. And number 5, Andrea Andrews for Dark Destiny. And Liliana's like, I'll go up and say hi. And then went like, psych, you're not worth my time. If you know, then you know. And Revy, keep getting excited, girl. One day you're going to be in that ring with the rest of the family.
You didn't see what she said earlier in the chat, like way earlier during the 30-man gauntlet. When fucking Violet was being handcuffed by AJ and shit. Revy put in the chat apparently.
I saw that. I told her I read as soon as I saw that, I even stated, yeah, you're not old enough to know about the reason for handcuffs in the bedroom. Ezra neither. Pin attempt on Liliana. Kick out at 2. Trust me, I've been looking at the chat on and off to make sure I catch everything. Oh, kick out by Melina. Abby with the kendo stick to Liliana had little effect on Missy. Dragon screw leg whip. Roll through. Kendo stick knocked out of hand. Andrea sent into the corner. Scoop slam by Missy. To the midsection. Andrea slams down Missy. Cover. 2 count only. Nice Hurricane Rana type maneuver onto Andrea. Now Andrea sent onto the mid rope. Tiger feint kick to Andrea, leaving her in the ring with Abby. Stick over the head of Abby. by Andrea and Missy. Kick out at 2. Missy with a pin attempt. Kick out at 1. Liliana with a DDT onto Melina. Through. Andrea with the setup to that elevated Boston Crab of hers. No elimination, but does damage. Melina with the cover on Missy. And Missy has been eliminated for the Dark Knights. Last shot to get a person in the triple threat is in Mr. U-Taker in the men's 5-man that's after this. So we're down to Liliana for the Wolves Den, Abby for a Circle of 7 Stars, Melina for Chaos Elite, and Andrea for Dark Destiny. Abby comes running with that sledgehammer. Melina gets kicked in the face by Andrea. Liliana takes down Abby. Then forearm to the face of Andrea. Shot to the midsection of Abby by Liliana. Nice setup into a stunner. Gets punch to the face from Andrea. Andrea with the hammerlock Northern Lights suplex onto Liliana. Abby dumped under her face by Melina. Now turns her attention to Liliana, and Liliana with a shot to the back, leg caught. Nice,
Can I got your tongue?
The word that I had in mind is
Words
not
are
coming out.
difficult, yes.
Yeah.
No.
You just insist on being a brat, don't you?
Yep.
See what I have to deal with, folks. Now I know what the word is. Recovery. Liliana's leg got cut, and she recovered from it with that upwards kick to the face. Oh, piss off with that golf clap. Jared chucked at the face of Liliana. Melina with the cover on Andrea. Kick out at 2. Melina with the guillotine on Liliana. And Liliana has been eliminated for the Wolves Den. Turmoil, last hope for the Wolves Den and getting the bonus points for their faction. Abby with the cover on Andrea. Kick out. Down to Abby for our Circle of 7 Stars. Melina for the Chaos Elite and Andrea for Dark Destiny. Abby. Ooh, with that armbar.
Jose messaged me on Discord, said he accepts my chat.
I know.
Dude, after the show, please.
I was telling you.
Yes, but it can still be picked up by the mic. Andrea has been eliminated. It's down to Abby and Melina. And that is it. Melina takes the final spot for the Chaos Elite in the women's triple threat.
Woo, we're eliminated now. Yay.
And we'll see. I still have to, you have to calculate everything.
Oh no, we're eliminated. I already know. We had to win these gauntlets. And we weren't even in the top 4 big, so we had to win these gauntlets in order to.
Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
Let me please look at my notes.
Oh my god, you don't, it's like it's not on Discord already.
It was a couple pages in, so.
Okay, Grandma.
Whatever, brat. I'll go Gran Torino.
The 21st century called.
I'll go Gran Torino and tell you to get off my lawn.
You don't own a lawn.
I don't give a fuck. So, unfortunately, that was their last chance in order to advance into the next round for the top 4. So, we'll see what happens after this men's 5-man and then the triple threats. No one likes to know it all. And now for the match to decide who gets that final spot in the men's triple threat. Anyway. We've got Matt Storm representing CNA Corporation, Mr. U-Taker for the Dark Knights, Michael Nightwalker for the Renegades, Turmoil for the Wolves Den, and Austin Bagwell for Dark Destiny. And unfortunately, let's see. that triple and the winner of those, each triple threat will get 30 bonus points apiece. For their factions. Matt Storm and Mr. U-Taker. First two starting us off at number 3 for the Renegades is Michael Nightwalker. So mainly your best bet is to be in that triple threat. Unless your points are already at a point, your faction's points are at a number that pretty much don't make no difference whether they get into the gauntlet, the triple threat or not. I will even do a live tallying of the points because I do have the points before we even went into gauntlets. Before what placing each faction is in. Coming out at number 4 is Turmoil. Have fun in your match, Turmoil. I see you ready to fight like hell. And number 5, representing the Dark Destiny, is Austin Bagwell. Austin and Turmoil with a double team, DDT and Matt Storm. Scoop slam by Austin onto Turmoil. Now raining the right hands to the face. Kick the midsection. Storm. At that underhook spinning cutter cover. Kick out at 2. Michael with the cover. Kick out by Storm. Mr. U battling with Turmoil. Now going after Austin. Sets him up. Power bomb onto that ring apron and whipped head first. Cover by Storm on Michael. Kick out at 2. Drop kick to the face of Turmoil by Storm. Storm turns his attention to Michael. Drives that elbow into the face. Mr. U with that shot to the face, knocking down Turmoil. Michael going after Storm on the outside. Mr. U in the ring with Turmoil as Austin rolls out. Lock up. Turmoil into the ropes. Launched up and slammed onto his back. Cover. Kick out at 2. And round the throat. Choke slam. Is this enough? No. Turmoil not saying die. Roll up on Mr. U, but Mr. U with them long legs able to kick out. Pile driver onto Storm on the outside by Austin. Inside the ring, Turmoil, reverse DDT. And then Austin going after Turmoil. Michael with the roll up on Turmoil. Kick out. Storm with that clothesline, dropping Mr. U on the outside. Handspring elbow to the face of Austin by Michael. I believe I don't know if that blood was showing on the outside or inside the ring. I didn't catch that. But Turmoil with the cover on Michael. Kick out at 2. Mr. U has a hold of Austin. Tombstone pile driver. Goes for the cover. No. 2 count only. Storm slams down Michael. Roll up on Mr. U-Taker. Kick out. Austin trying to pull a fast one. Goes after Michael now. Drops him pro first onto that top rope. Michael sent to the ropes. Drop down. Launched with a back body drop onto Michael. Mr. U and Matt Storm battling it out on the outside. Michael. What's he got in store for Austin? It's Turmoil. Oh, BFT dropping Austin. Is that enough? No. Austin, like a cockroach, ain't gonna get killed off. Austin sent out of the ring. What's Michael got in store? Hits the ropes. Oh, dives through the ropes into like a rolling senton maneuver onto Austin. Turmoil and Mr. U battling by the rampway as Storm comes running over by Michael. Turmoil is just an equal opportunity ass kicker. He just loves to fight. I can just tell. Kick to the midsection. DDT on Mr. U-Taker. Turns his attention to Austin. Sends him into the ring. Oh, Storm with that guillotine. Michael able to punch him in the ribs multiple times to break free. Austin now taking advantage on Michael. Suplex. Michael having to roll out in order to catch his breath. Storm with the knee lift into the deadlift German suplex, dumping Austin onto his head. Sets him up. Got red power bomb into that knee strike, busting him open. What's Storm got in store for Bagwell? Oh, misses that possible knee strike to the face. Austin able to avoid it. Leg drop onto the knee. Mr. U with the drop kick to the back on Austin. Impaler on the outside by Michael onto Turmoil. Austin with the drop kick to Mr. U-Taker off the ring apron. Sends Matt Storm onto the ring apron. Pile driver onto Michael. Oh, he's going to go for that so-called super kick that they try to do that super kick of Austin's. Oh no! That cravat choke of Austin's causes, it looked like, oh, I thought Michael was tapping out, but I guess not. my mistake. Because Austin ended up doing that splash on him, but Michael is still alive in this matchup. Austin lifts him up. Throat first onto the top rope goes Michael. Kip up. He just woke up a Nightwalker. Not a good thing. Austin with the underhook. Suplex. Connects. Turmoil sent back into the ring. Lock up between Turmoil and Michael. Kick to the leg. Backflip into the deadlift German suplex. Dumping Turmoil onto his head. Into the pin. Kick out at 2. And Mr. U going after his grandson. Yes, Mr. U-Taker, patriarch of the U-Taker family. Father of the mother of Michael Nightwalker, Angelina Matthews. And now Turmoil with a pin attempt on Michael. And the Renegades have no more chances to try and get bonus points, unfortunately. Great effort by Michael, but it's going to be all about the tallying of the points, which I will do live once those triple threats are done and we have a winner. Kick to the face, knocks down Austin, Storm with the cover up. And Austin has been eliminated. No more shots for bonus points for Dark Destiny. Matt Storm, who's not just learned a thing or two from the U-Takers, bought from the East Coast bastard Mordred Nightwalker as a pupil. But Mr. U, veteran of the business, no slouch. Dragon Slayer, sleeper hold. Mr. U able to fight out. Hip toss by Turmoil. Nice flying forearm by Mr. U-Taker, but one shot with the sledgehammer to the back from Storm drops him. Mr. U taking time to catch a breather on the outside. Excuse me. Shot to the face in the ring by Turmoil. Brings Storm to his feet. Shot to the face. Mr. U takes the opportunity between that lull between punches to grab Turmoil. Slams him onto his back. Then Storm takes advantage with the drop kick to Mr. U, as Turmoil ends up rolling out to catch a breather. Mr. U misses that kick, gets punched in the back, sent into the corner by Storm. Boot to the face. Cover. And never saying die is Mr. U-Taker with the kick out. Turmoil with that kendo stick, cracking it over the head of Matt Storm. Goes through the cover. Think he may want a one-on-one with the Master of Darkness here. Shot to the midsection on Turmoil. Storm with that twisting neck breaker. Cover. Kick out at 2 by Turmoil. Lock up between Mr. U and Storm. Into the ropes. Upwards punch to the face, knocks down Mr. U. Oh, Mr. U with the catching him in a roll up. Is that enough? No. Storm has enough to kick out. Mr. U decided to divide and conquer. Shots to the back, bouncing Turmoil off the ropes. But that energy spent, Storm with the underhook pile driver. Is that enough to eliminate the great Mr. U-Taker. It is Dark Knights, unfortunately, without any more chances at bonus points. It's down to CNA's Matt Storm and Wolves Den's Turmoil. It's all going to shake out in the live tallying of the points once the winners of those triple threats are determined. Who will be in the top 4 moving forward? Great effort, Papa U. No shame. None. Your next match will probably be after Faction Games is over, and whenever you are able to return for 25. So I'm going to leave that discussion between you and Tiny Mama and not going to be impatient one bit. Because if I come across as impatient, I ain't annoying my Tiny Mama. Fuck no. I know that. I know personally already what happens if I come across too impatient. Damn it. Guillotine choke by Turmoil. But Storm able to break out of that submission. Dodges that kick to the face. Sends Turmoil to the ropes. Oh, on the return, hits Storm, but Storm firing back with a series of strikes, dropping Turmoil onto his ass. Boot to the face. Turns him over. Storm whack-a-moling Turmoil with that with that baseball bat. Knocked out of hand. Kick to the midsection. Set up by Turmoil into that Dragon Sleeper. And Turmoil keeps hope alive for the Wolves' Den. Only after that men's triple threat is determined will it be known whether that is enough for the Wolves' Den if Turmoil is to win that triple threat. Actually, hang on a second. Before Gauntlets, the Wolves' Den are at 15, at 7th in the rankings. So, if they get those 30 points, that would be 45. Which would put them in the final 4. So that's something to keep in mind, Turmoil. Once you're in that triple, while in that triple threat. Hold on a minute, everybody. Let me set these matches up. Now, I want to make sure if I have anything of the sort in triple threat action. Ah, I do have something. Just had to look further in my custom matches. Let's do Extreme Rules, 2 out of 3 falls, pin sub, and KO. And triple threats. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Might as well stick to the theme and do elimination. It's only fair. Edit. Triple threats. Extreme rules. Pin sub. KO. Elimination. Balls coming anywhere. 30 minutes. Fuck the ladder. I want a barbed wire baseball bat. Don't need the table. It's been a while since I used the stop sign. Why not? Got sledgehammer. No kendo stick this time. Light tube. Yes. Okay, for our women's triple threat, we have Jen Richards for Chaos Elite, Karma Nightwalker for the Death Ride, and Melina for Chaos Elite. So for this matchup, it'll either be the Death Ride or Chaos Elite getting them bonus points for on the women's side. So I'm gonna start the match. I'll be right back. I gotta get myself some water. Choking while I'm live on air. Now I already know, only you can choke me. Alright.
And I'm going to mention this to you because it ultimately comes down to your approval. But where Jose accepted the challenge, he wants the stipulation to be a one-on-one normal match. I told him I don't have a problem with it, but if he wants it to be a straight one-on-one normal match, pin or submission, one fall, it'll be pin or submission. But at the same time, if he wants it to be a normal match, count out and disqualification is going to be on in the match, which means if his shit gets, if he does one of his little bullshit trick things, it gets
He can't get out of the.
That's what I'm saying. And
Just if whatever you go decide.
no, he's already said, and I told him, yeah, but like I told him, if he loses his fireball, all his dirty bullshit tricks are fucking banned permanently. He's basically fighting like John told him when he was trying to do the shit when he told him if he didn't accept the challenge, his shit's basically you and him are just gonna ban his shit anyway. He's basically fighting to keep using his shit.
We're giving him an actual choice.
That's what I told him.
You know what I didn't like is him trying to sneak some shit in with what we already had planned with faction.
Yeah.
That's why I did that.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I told him this has nothing to do with faction games. This has something all to do with because I even told him how you, Elite, him, Tiny Shoki all have the plans chat, and the fact that multiple fucking times his name has been mentioned about his bullshit with all the fucking tricks and how people are fucking tired of it. Hence why I made the challenge. So he's basically fighting to keep the shit. And if he wins, nothing changes. He gets to keep using his shit. He loses, his shit's fucking gone fucking permanently. And he's gonna have to win based solely on his fucking in-ring fucking skills, not any of his fucking bullshit.
Bottom line,
If I win, his shit's gone. He wins, nothing fucking changes. He gets to keep using the shit, but he loses, all his fucking shit is gone.
Let me say this. Whether we do that shit and end up doing that shit after faction games, or we wait until we get to 25, either way, if you do beat him and cause for him to have that shit stricken and banned, he ends up starting running off the mouth about that kind of shit. He starts something.
I'm gonna add this up. He starts running off at the mouth. If he loses and the shit is banned and he starts slapping off at the mouth, just fire his ass.
Drop it down.
All I'm saying
No. I'm gonna basically, even if he starts, I'm gonna drop the hammer on him and say, either you abide by Sips,
or he's fired.
or you're gone. You can get the step in.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not
He loses and
disturb you. Okay, no eliminations so far in this matchup. But yep, one of these ladies will get 30 bonus points for their faction. The winner of the men's match will get 30 bonus points for the faction they represent for their overall. As I said before, I will do a live tallying and state who will be the top, which factions are in the top 4 in order to make so it's on record for the video and for the show, in case someone has to say, check out the replay later. It's all in there, and I'll just wait until maybe a day or two later in order to post the stuff within the chats and the Discord server for those who wouldn't be able to watch live, out of respect. Because I know that some people are really big on shit not being dropped when right after the show, especially when they're not always going to have the time right then and there to watch the replay of what they missed. Including if you're a competitor on said show. And Melina has eliminated Karma. Death Ride do not get any bonus points in this matchup. Only chance at getting any bonus points for the Death Ride will be on Mason Nightwalker in the men's triple threat. It's down to 2 women from Chaos Elite. And that is it. Melina, with that maneuver, knocking Jen out. Getting 30 points for the Chaos Elite is Melina. And now, on to the men. Well, Brandon, you're the last hope for Chaos Elite to fucking in order to clean sweep both of those triple threats. So we'll see how things go. And since I didn't give him his Death Ride attire in his gauntlet, I'll do it for my nephew in his triple threat match. I got you, Mason. we've got Brandon Cuevas representing the Chaos Elite. Mason Nightwalker for Death Ride, and Turmoil for the Wolves Den. This is Elimination, Pin Sub, KO. Extreme Rules. I only made it 30 minutes just in case things get to a point where it's taking a while for anybody to try and get a pin or get a submission or knock somebody the hell out. Turmoil with the elbow shots into the midsection on Mason. Out the back goes Turmoil. Reverse DDT onto Brandon. Back body drop. Turmoil onto Brandon with that Dragon Sleeper. Brandon firing back, kicks to the back of the leg by Turmoil. Mason coming in with the leg tube. Knocked out of hand by Brandon. Knee lip to the midsection on Mason by Brandon as Turmoil is hanging on to the top rope on the ring apron. Turmoil snaps out of it and gets back in. Eats a kick to the face, but does not go down. Shot to the face on Brandon. Swinging neck breaker, or swinging cutter. Cover on Brandon. No, kick out at 2. Mason with a punch to the side of the head. One more for Brandon from Mason. Turmoil on the shoulders of Mason, elbowing his way off, sends Mason into the announce table and turns his attention to Brandon. Turmoil whipped back into the ring by Brandon. And Brandon decided and Mason decided to go after one another while Turmoil's still in the ring. Turmoil's like, fuck all, you ain't leaving me out. For a man who loves to fight, he ain't gonna be left out of shit. Mason coming out with the barbed wire bat. Steel chair beats barbed wire bat thanks to Turmoil. Cover on Mason. Oh, Brandon was trying to utilize that stop sign to break up the pin attempt. But Mason had kicked out as the stop sign was coming down. Pin attempt on Turmoil only gets a 1 count. Mason has hold Turmoil. Dominator on the floor. Cover. Kick out at 2. With the triple threat elimination match, it's basically if you go bust up somebody's pin, it's just to be a dick, really. But that's just simply my opinion. Plus, unnecessary work and energy spent to bust up a pin when it's elimination. You're trying to survive. Not worry about if somebody else is getting eliminated. Brandon drop throw first on the top rope. Kick to the back of the head on Mason. Turmoil with the cover. Kick out at 2. Shot to the face. Mason with the punch in return gets back into the ring. Turmoil, the series of strikes, uppercut to the face. And Turmoil bending off Brandon. Stomp to the face. Set up for that Dragon Sleeper on Brandon. Brandon able to get out of it. Now Mason going after Brandon. Spins him around and a powerbomb. And Brandon has been eliminated with the knockout. It's down to Mason for the Death Ride and Turmoil for the Wolves Den in this men's match. And Turmoil busted open with that dropping face first under the knee. I know, Brandon, but withhold judgment until after I do the live tallying of the points to determine who's going to be in that top 4 moving forward. You never know if the 30 points that Melina got will benefit y'all any. That's it! Your winner of the match getting 30 points for the Wolves Den is Turmoil. I'm tallying the points now. Give me a moment.
So Melina and Turmoil both won.
Yeah, just give me a moment. I've already written down stuff, so I'm just doing the quick tally.
How many points did we decide the winners get for their
30
team?
points per winner.
Yeah, so Melina got 30 for her team.
And Turmoil got 30 for his. And I've already added it to my notes, so I'm just quickly writing out who gets what and what placing.
What? 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 doing, Onyx? Huh? Are you trying to talk to the people?
Okay. It's been decided. Our final four moving forward into the next round. At number 1, the Wicked Ones at 50 points. Despite not winning their getting into the triple threat, they were at the top of the rankings anyway. With those wins in the triple threats, Chaos Elite is second at 49. The Wolves Den at 45. And Dark Destiny stay at number 4 with 39 points.
Wait, hold on. That's
Yes.
39.
Yeah.
And then who's the bottom 4? How many points do they have? Because did you move anybody out of the top 4? Because basically, if the number 1 spot stayed, the number 2 and 3 spot got overtaken. Then who was ever number 2 would have moved to number 3, and whoever was number 3 would have moved to number 4.
I based what the before the Gauntlets.
Yeah.
Before the Gauntlets even happened, because I did the overall standings after week 3 of round 1, after we did the regular shows. So, before the Gauntlets, Wicked Ones were at 50, Dark Destiny was at 39, Dark Knights were at 25, Renegades were at 22, CNA was at 20, Chaos Elite was at 19, Wolves Den was at 15, Death Bride was at 14, Circle of 7 was at 12. So, now that the points for the overall have been tallied, these are the final 4 moving forward. Wicked Ones, Chaos Elite, Wolves Den, and Dark Destiny. Per the calculations. If anybody, and I also want to say this right now, anybody who may be in the chat, whether lurking or active, who now know this knowledge of who is the top 4 moving forward, please do not express that within the chat or the Discord server for those who have not seen this episode live.
Yes, and next round we'll go to a more traditional faction game format where it's a one-on-one type.
More one-on-one matches than the multi-man.
Well, that, and it'll be for points, and the matches will be for points and all that shit, so. Kind of like how Blaze does it.
Is it going to just tackle onto the overall after the Gauntlets? Okay, cool. Alright.
Well, no, the slate for round 2 will be cleared.
Oh, clean slate for the top 4?
Yeah.
And then
0
just
points
from there?
for the top 4, go from there, yeah.
Okay. Alright, that's fine.
Like I said, just do it how most people do it, babe.
James? Asriel, I stated as loudly as I could.
Oh, come on, you can be louder.
Whatever.
I know this for a fact, but I'm not going to...
CNA Corporation was at 20 points before the Gauntlets ever happened. Asriel. So simply because any member of your Matt Storm not being a part of anybody from your faction not winning their gauntlets and winning said match.
Isn't Melina in his faction?
No, she's Chaos Elite.
Oh.
Yeah. So basically, yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. CNA didn't have anybody in triple threats. Nope. Sorry, bro. But as I said before, anybody who knows, who heard what I said as far as Final Four moving into the next round with a clean slate of points now, as of the triple threats being done in Gauntlets, please do not express any commentary within the chats or the Discord server in out of respect to those who have yet to watch the replay and may not be able to watch tonight. But congratulations to the Final Four moving on to the next round of competition.
Round 2 will start sometime Friday. Just giving a heads up.
Alright.
So that gives enough time to set matches up and figure everything out.
Yep. So, I have been the crushing Kelly Black.
And I have been mostly absent from this show.
Yet still, my husband and had to fucking fight in one of the gauntlets. The Chaos Reaper Atticus Black. Thank you all who were able to join live in the chat, whether lurking or active. Whomever will be catching this on the replay, I want to thank you so much. I appreciate all the love and support y'all been giving this channel and this company since day one. Much appreciated.
I like how she's married to a Reaper yet shows the dead no respect. She wants to thank all the people that could join live, but she doesn't want to thank any of them that could join her dead.
Oh, shut up. God. Really? I have no control that was the job you chose before I met you, so.
You could still be grateful for the dead.
God.
Grateful dead.
Anywho, thank y'all so much for joining our show.
Did you end the stream?
I gotta wait. Hold on a minute. It dropped for some fucking reason. Anywho, thank y'all so much for stopping in while we were live on the air. And thank you for checking out the replay whenever you're able.
You said you're.
See y'all.
According to Blaze, I'm the asshole.
You are an asshole.
I wear it with pride.
See y'all next time. Bye.